I've been kicked out of my seat by the cat named Mib. Okay, how's everyone doing? I hope you are having a good day, just like Mib and I are, even though she does not have any manners. And she is just rude sometimes, right, Mib? You're pretty cute. Okay, so I made a video of my setup because when I made some previous videos, some of you asked about how I use Ableton, and I, for some reason, took that as what was my setup, and how do I actually like physically make it happen. But I think you were mostly asking, how do I use Ableton with loops? So I made a video, so I will make that video about how I use Ableton with looping pedals, but I just got that software. I'm not quite proficient at using it yet, or the video editing software, I should say. So if you want to see a video of my setup, I'm going to leave that at the end of the video. For the future, I'm going to be making some arrangements using the looper pedal, mostly jazz standards. So if you have any jazz standards that you really like, please put that in the comments below. Next week is going to be a arrangement of Autumn Leaves. I'm going to take you through my setup and show you exactly like what I use first, and then kind of go through why I use what I use. So here is Ableton. This controls all of my loops, all of the music that I use. I can add effects, all that kind of fun stuff. Plugged into my laptop, and everything, which helps me record into Ableton, is my audio interface, the Focusrite TI-4, which I play through my Audio-Technica condenser mic, and I use a metronome. I use these earbuds for a metronome, and then plugged also into my computer is the Keith McMillan Soft Step 2, which allows me to control my computer with my feet. So I first started off using a Ditto looper, this little small box, and it's a looping pedal that does very minimal, and I kind of learned that I liked doing this kind of stuff, and it was a lot of fun. And I was researching what I wanted to do next and what I wanted to purchase to kind of upgrade, and I ended up looking at Ableton, Live Studio 10, and the Boss RC300 looping station. After doing some research, Ableton kind of seemed like it could do more, and I could get more bang for my buck. It still kind of seems that way. I'd have to play with the RC300 to really kind of make that final decision, but it definitely seems like Ableton can do more. And around the same price. Ableton is a little bit more expensive. Okay, so here is my Focusrite 2i4 and my Focusrite 2i2. What this does is it allows me to play into this microphone, or play into any microphone, or any kind of thing that will record my sound, and it allows me to put it into Ableton. Some other cool things is it has phantom power source, which allows me to use this condenser mic, and it also allows me to switch to have a microphone in my ear, and that's what this little guy is here for. Now, the reason why this is necessary, that I needed to get the upgrade, I should say, is because of this source right here, the 1-2 and the 3-4 output. All of my sound that I play goes to 1-2. That is the left and the right, output. The 3-4 is my metronome, and this allows me to make my headphone monitor, my earbud monitor, be the metronome. If you notice, this does not have that same feature. And when I originally had this, and I was first playing with this, my metronome would come through my direct feed, my direct monitor. So if I would ever play live, everyone would be able to hear my click track. The metronome is incredibly important. You would be surprised how easy it is to get lost in the loop sequence without it. Here is my Keith McMillan Soft Step 2. I can MIDI map these buttons into Ableton to do different things. So for instance, I can hit the 1 and it will do something. I could hit the 5 and it will do something. There's also a couple different controls, so like I can move this right here to change, maybe. There we go. To change the different types of buttons these are. So I can like toggle, this is a note. So basically if I hit one of these down, it will, it's basically a switch, an on-off switch. And you can have different, that's like pressure. So the different type of pressure that you can use. There's an X and Y axis. It's pretty cool. But really quick, I'm pressing number 1 on my soft step, and it will play a track. And I can kind of move around in that track just like you see. I can also turn on a loop station by pushing 2, which I'm on the wrong loop station. So here, let me go over really quick. Notice here, it's number 2. Now it's recording and all that fun stuff. So this allows me to control Ableton. Okay, so the next thing is my Audio-Technica Pro 35 Cardio Condenser Clip-On Instrument Microphone. I don't have much to say about it. I do really like it. There is possibly an upgrade in store soon because being wired in, I feel it's really, really confining. So the next thing on the docket are my Fender DX-A1 Pro in-ear monitors. I would not use these at all for a monitor. They honestly sound horrible. But I just use it as a metronome, and it's pretty great. So I was originally going to say thank you to all the subscribers by saying your name, but I do not actually have access to all of these subscribers. I'm also incredibly horrible at pronouncing names, so I just didn't want to offend any of you. But I do have a goal of reaching 100 subscribers. We are 1/4 of the way at the moment. When I hit that goal of 100 subscribers, I am going to have a giveaway, and I will give away one of the MP3 files for any of the arrangements that I am making or anything that I have made in the past. So that can be yours. Please like, subscribe, and share. And here is a video of my cat Mib. Mib, do you have something to say? Well, that's rude.